morning, my name's Dawn, I'm the Reclusive Crafter, and it's Mish Mash Monday. And today I have got for you something a little bit different in that I'm going to make, I'm not really sure you'd call it a journal card or a tag, to be honest with you. These are the leftovers of the side tucks that I did on Saturday, and I thought it would be a shame to waste them actually. So I'm going to try and make a kind of journal card tag from them in a similar sort of way, but I'm not going to have quite such a wide element going on here. I'm just going to have a very thin little layer there, so you can still see all three colours. Yeah, I'm just going to see how I get on with it, really. So I'm just going to make a start. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, lovely to have you. Welcome to all my lovely subscribers. And yeah, if you've got any questions about what I do, please do ask. I'm happy to answer any queries that you might have. So all I'm doing here to start with is I want to make two, clearly, one for each signature. And I'm not sure if this is the right way to do this, but I kind of divided them 50-50, like so. Yeah, I'm really not sure how this is all going to pan out, to be honest with you. But we shall see. I don't know. Am I going to have enough? Probably not. I was just wondering if I might have enough to do kind of the similar thing on this side. But I don't think I will, to be honest. So I am just going to divide these up into twos as equally as I can. So I'm going to try and do this equidistant. Again, I am really winging this, guys, so just please bear with, because I'm not sure how this is all going to work out. This is all a bit of a trial and error. So we've got 6.5 there, which would be 3 1/4, and we're just slightly under, so I reckon that's about the midway point there. So I shall put these, I don't know if you can see both of these on here. You hopefully should be able to. I'm going to put those on there because I need to keep them with the right pieces so that they marry up properly. So those are going to go with each respective partner. And then this one is a little bit skinnier. 5 7/8, so that would be 2.5. 3, so that would be about there ish. Time will tell if this is going to work or not. Who knows the secret of the black magic box? So how are we all doing? We're at the start of our working week again. Now then, this is going to be an interesting piece to cut, isn't it? Oh dear. Where are we? We are at just about 5.5 there. So that would be 2 3/4 ish, just under slightly. So again, roughly about there. So I don't think I'm going to have enough to have the blues both sides of this, but I do believe they will work on the one side. Let's have a look-see, shall we? Let's have a look-see what we've got. So we've got this one, and I do believe I can't remember how I had them, to be honest with you. Where's my... Sorry, just bear with me. I'm just going to have a look and see. So I had the light one and then through to the dark. Okay. Light one and then through to the dark. So they would go that way round. Which, yeah, there's not going to be enough. So that's okay. I mean, unless, I wonder if I did these the opposite way round, how that would look. So these are not going to be tucks. These are going to be journaling somethings, whether that's journaling cards or a taggy type thing. I don't know at the moment. I'm just going to see how it plays out, really. And I don't want a huge expanse of it. I just want a very thin edge, like so, and then that one would go on there. Does that work? Does it actually work? It's more like a tuck, isn't it? I'm going to make it work. You will work. This is lovely down here, isn't it? I like that. Wonder if I just tear this so that it's maybe not quite as wide. That might work, mightn't it? Let me see if I can. Oh, I don't know what I want to do, folks. Well, I do know what I want to do. I'm just not sure how to achieve it right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to stick these pieces together just to give the tiniest little border on the colours, on each of the colours. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. And then we'll see where we go from there, I think. That's the plan for now. And then we'll see how we get on with that. This is, like I say, it's a kind of a thought process in play, and I'm not quite sure how it's going to pan out, really. That one goes round that way, doesn't it? So I need to get these lined up relatively well, if I can. I did not make a good start of it. Nope, let's try that one again. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I can feel the glue's drying already, it's so warm. Right, I want that there and bring that down there. Okay, so that's the first bit. So hopefully you can see I've just got a very, very thin line there so that you can see the two different colours. And now I'm going to stick my third one on. So, yep, I want to glue that side, don't I? Stick my third one on. Sorry if I'm not talking very much. I'm trying to think this through as I'm doing it, because I'm really not too sure about it at all, actually. Don't know if it's going to work. And then we're going to bring this one in again. I just want a very thin line there, I think. Okay, now that's going to leave me with those at the back, but now then, that's just given me a thought. I wonder, no, it won't work that way around. That was a silly thought, Dawn. Okay, and then I want this piece again just bordering up so that I've just got the very faintest line there. Well, so far so good, I think. Oh, we shall see. I'm never quite sure how these things are going to pan out, to be fair. But you know what? If you don't try, you'll never know. And at the end of the day, it's just paper. Worst case scenario, I can always print this page again. But I'm literally just using up the pieces from Saturday, to be honest with you. So it is such pretty paper, it seems a shame not to use it for something, doesn't it? I thought for one horrible moment then I'd done that wrong. Isn't it strange how sometimes you get at you can look at something and not actually see it? Okay, we want that to come in there. Right, so that is the base work done. That's quite pretty, isn't it? That's really lovely. Now then, the other thing as well is with this, I'm wanting this as a journaling piece. So I don't want it as tall as that because this is the full length of the paper. So this is going to be the full length of the journal. So I do want to cut this off a little bit. And I'm going to have to trim it down there because that's gone a bit skewy there. I wonder if I can do something about that before it dries without tearing it. What do you reckon the chances are, folks? Probably slim to nil, but we can but try. If I move that over just a tad, maybe. That's better. Wow, that was good. Normally I tear things when I do that. Okay, so that's okay. Good with that. Now what I want to do, I want to put a bit of journaling. Sorry, excuse my stretch. I just want some of this buff. It's just buff paper, but it's not very thick, and I don't want it to be very thick because I want that to be the journaling part of it. So I'm going to stick that on there. So the fact that there was all glue on the back of this doesn't matter because I'm going to put some more glue on it now anyway. And then we're going to try and make sense of it all. That would be nice, wouldn't it, to make sense of something? Right, let's see how this is going to work. So if I pop that there, because I'm going to have to trim this edge down anyway. Right. Okie dokie doos. Let me get my trimmer. Mind you, that's going to be wet, so that's probably going to tear, isn't it? So I'm going to get my trusty knife on it. That's what I'm going to do. Because I think that might cut better with it being wet. Let's see. Or maybe not. It looks like it's just torn. Yay. Oh, that's made a right mess of it, hasn't it? It's okay, actually. That's okay. I'm all right with that because it'll kind of marry up with this side a little bit and not look too tidy, will it? That might work okay, she says, flying by the seat of her blooming pants. How have we done on that? Have we? Right. Okay. So let me just take these edges off because that might be a happy accident, actually. Might be a happy accident. Or does it just look like it's just messed up? I don't know. There we go. Right. Let's... Okay, I think that should be alright. Now then, where are my other scissors? Let's cut this from here. I should have maybe used scissors. I make this mistake all the time, you know. I tell myself, or I tell you guys, don't do it, and then I go and do it myself and mess it up because I'm an idiot. There we go. Okay, now I'm not quite sure how this bit is going to work because I just want to tear this in line with what's already there. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. I just don't want to be able to see it like there. I'm going to go back and take that little bit off. I don't want to be able to see it from the front. Okay, so that's all right. I'm going to take that bit down there because I don't want to be able to see that. And I take that bit off there because I don't want to see that. And the fact that it's all messy is all part of the process because obviously with this being all torn, it goes in line that the back is going to be a little bit torn too, is my theory. Okay. I want to put a little bit of glue just underneath there because that's not stuck brilliantly there. So I'm going to squash that bit down. Okay, so how does that look? Let me take that little bit off there. Okay. Just take that off there. Pop a little bit more glue under there. That looks like it needs a bit more glue there. Okay, make sure it's all sticking together before we go on to the next bit. Okay, so right, so I want this to be about, I'm going to say about 7 inches, but I don't want to lose this flower here really. So I'm going to cut that, I think, about there. Okay, so how much is that? About 1.25 inches-ish. I'm just going to do a couple of little marks because I'd like it to be relatively even across there. So there and there was the other mark. Right, let's see if I can do this without making a pig's ear of it. What do you think? Oh, yep. Okay. Right, so we've got journaling space on the back there. That was the plan. And we have the edges that I wanted. Just going to trim that up a little bit there. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with quite a heavy bit of ink. And we're going to ink that line, and we're going to ink this side. So as you can see, having that down there is absolutely fine. Great! That's lovely. I managed to get away with it. Whoopity-doo-dah. Alrighty, so that's that bit done. Now all I want to do is embellish it a little bit. So, again, I had kind of thought about what I wanted to do. And I thought I'd come in with a little bit of this chiffon with a little bit of this lace on top. Because I think that's quite pretty, isn't it? So Again, I don't want to be losing all of the detail on here, but I'm not going to get away with embellishing it without losing some of it. So I'm just going to try and make it look a little bit pretty. That's what I'm doing. So we've got the chiffon, and just slide that down the centre-ish, like that. Oh, they don't want to work. I think I tried them the other day, didn't I? Yes, I did. I remember. Right, so we've got the chiffon on, peeps. Sorry, I'm very aware that I'm being very quiet. Sorry. And then I want to put this bit of lace down the middle of it. So I want a little bit more glue going down here. The chiffon is curling. That's not very helpful, is it? And then we are going to pop this. And again, what's the right side, Dawn? I don't know. That side, okay, I managed to work that one out all by myself. Clever me. And a bit down there with that. That's pretty. And again, a little snip there. Try and bring that out a bit. The chiffon's decided it wants to curl up a little bit, but let's see if I can eke that out somehow. Let me find a sticky pokey thing to eke it out with. There we go. Okay. That's better. There we go. That's better. Okay. Alrighty. And now I just want to add a little bit of embellishment. And I thought I would go with maybe with that there. I know we're covering up a little bit of the flower there, but we are keeping this one here. And I'm adding a little bit of shape to this side as well, which is what I would like to do. So if I pop that there, I've got a little bow I think would look quite nice there. I would like a little bit of a word perhaps somewhere as well. Maybe lift that up, pop that in there. That's nice. Do I want that to come down or up there? I feel like I'm missing something here. A little button perhaps. Or How's that look? What do you think? Little button there, little button there. That looks quite nice. Let's go with that. Although I was going to put some little blingy bit on there actually. Where's my little blings gone? Do I want that on there instead? I could put a little bit in there, and I could put... okay, let's just start sticking down. I don't want that on there. Let's take that off. These are very old, just in my stash forever, these things. That's that one. Okay. Right then, I'm going to pop that there. And I'm going to ink my Paris. And I want this to go there. About there, I said, didn't I? Because it's just coming off there a little bit, which then gives that perfect. Perfect. That's what we want. Just going to go around this with a little bit of blue. I think it was originally inked with some Vintage Photo, but I don't feel Vintage Photo is in keeping with this journal, so I've just gone over the top of it. And then we're going to come down here. Just make sure there's plenty of glue, because this is obviously going to be going over some of the lacy bits, so we need to make sure that it holds nicely. Okay, so that is going to go there. Okay, good with that. That's nice. Now then, somewhere on my desk, I have got those tiny, tiny little gems for the butterflies. I wonder if I'm going to be able to find them. Yes, I can. Ha, ha, ha. Here we are. Right, let me do some of my glue up, because otherwise it's all going to go gloopy and horrible. I'll cover my glue stick up. Pop that in there. Okay. Right, what did we decide? We wanted one of those there, didn't we? So I want that there. Nice. Okay. Right, I was going to put a blue button up there, but I've decided I want a little bit of this instead. Let me look, see what, oops, Daisy, what this looks like. Going to use a little piece of this. Right, let me pop some glue on there. Ooh, pardon you, Mr. Glue. That's that one. A little bit of yeah, happy with that. And then I want a few little pieces down there. I've not got many of these little ones left actually, which is a shame, because they're a lovely size. I do like this size. I'm sure I can dig out something else. There we go. That's lovely, like that. And then, do I want any more buttons on there? I don't know. I'd quite like one there. And maybe... What's that? Oh, it's one of those little ones. Don't want that there, do we? Right, I'm just going to see what this looks like, folks. No, that's a no. That's a no. We don't want that. So pop that down there for now, because I don't want that. And pop that on there. Do I want that there? I think so, because I think it kind of brings it together a bit, doesn't it? So pop that one there. I just had a thought. I've put those buttons on. Is that going to make it hard to journal on? That was a thought I didn't have. Okay. Right, I'm actually happy with that. And actually with the thickness of that, yes, you can journal on it. So that's good. So there we go. That is a little journaling space. It's not a tag. Just wonder if I cut it up there. It's not a tag. It's just a journaling card, but it is a bizarrely shaped journaling card. And all I've done is used up the bits that I didn't want to waste. So I'm going to go ahead and make the second one to marry up with the other one. And that'll be it for today. So I'm not going to do that on camera. You'll see that when I do the final walkthrough. I want to move that up a little bit. It's not, I don't like it. Oh, no. It'll do there. Just leave it alone, Dawn. Okay, yeah. So you'll see the next one on the final walkthrough. The good news is I did say I wanted 20 pockets in total. I really didn't need that many. So all my pockets are now done. And we're now on to doing the bits that are going to go in the pockets and in the tuck spaces. So I will see you all for No Waste Wednesday when we get on with a little bit more of it. I hope you're not bored with it yet. If you are bored with it, let me know. Let me know what you'd like to see me do, and I'll maybe swap things around a little bit and do other things, okay? So I will see you all hopefully on Wednesday. So take care, everybody. Bye for now.